Everybody, Coach John here. Interesting morning. Had one meeting, got a dentist appointment, had to pick up an order here, got another meeting, so I got to get home quick. And half my face is still numb, so it sounds like I'm talking okay. I don't know if I look okay, but so start off with our meeting this morning on school, the high school. And just kind of talking about some of the stuff that's happening, and it's still so much up in the air, still moving parts, but there is a lot of, and I could see it on everybody's faces, and I felt it too. Hi, Stephen. Good to see you. Good morning. And I felt it too. I saw it on a lot of faces on the meeting about the worry and the unknown. Going to school, are we going to be face-to-face? Is it going to be online? If we are doing face-to-face, it's going to be smaller groups. So how do we cover stuff in a timely manner? Are we going to be safe? There's just a lot of concerns. And then had to leave that meeting as it was still going. Went to the dentist. Had to have a crown started putting on. And I've had so much work done on my mouth, you guys. I don't know, for 40 plus years. Had a horrible accident as a 10-year-old with a diving block. And I won't go into details, but it had involved my teeth. And so I've had a lot of stuff happen over the years. So when I get there and, they start numbing things up, which really went well. And then they said, okay, we got to make an appointment for, about 2.5 weeks from now when we put the permanent crown on. And I'm just like, oh my God, I got to come back again. I don't know what I was thinking it was all going to be done today, but I've been through enough of these things that I know it takes multiple appointments. And I just started, thinking about the meeting, thinking about the unknown, thinking about the worry. Just a lot of things started piling up. So I started getting a little emotional. And then they had some great music on. And I forgot who sings it. You guys would know. This is A Good Life. Ah, Matt, I do. In fact, every time I see a diving block, brother, even if I'm not in the pool, I'm thinking about what happened. It's going to be a good life is that song. It was playing on at the dentist office. And so the worry, anxiety, getting a little worked up, getting a little down, kind of started disappearing. And as I'm leaving the dentist and coming down Romeo Plank over here, it was by our old house. There's a big cemetery, Resurrection Cemetery that's over there. And I was listening to John Gordon's podcast he was interviewing Lecrae. Again, old man here. Don't know who Lecrae is, but this dude, I love this dude. And so I started following him. I just love his mindset and this conversation with John Gordon and Lecrae. When I get home after my other meeting, I will put a link to this podcast. Very hopeful, very inspiring, very lifting of the spirits. And so I'm listening to this podcast, and as I'm driving by the cemetery, there's a funeral going on, and there was a somewhat of a crowd of people, 15, 20 people, and obviously somebody had passed, and they were saying goodbye, and so it hit me on how worse it could be. Right? We're all going to end up like that someday. But I'm not there yet. Right? And whoever that was has finished his or her race. Don't know the person, don't know how old they were, don't know anything. But there was people there to say goodbye, to celebrate, right? And so here I am getting worked up about school, really worried about my coworkers, my students, my family, me a little bit, right? But we can only do what we can do. And it could be worse. There's a lot more people going through worse things. And this podcast, like I said, that music, the kindness of my dentist and the people working there, the fact that I get to hang out and see my coworkers in another meeting here in 20 minutes, which I got to get going for. It was very comforting seeing everybody. We saw our whole building, but there's going to be a smaller group on their Zoom call or a Google Meet in a little bit. There's a lot of good things to focus on, you guys. Like Lecrae was saying, Sure, there's a lot of darkness right now, but there's a lot of shadows too. And what the shadows mean is that there's light someplace. And even for darkness to be around, there's light somewhere that's going to come through. We just got to keep hanging in there together. And I know, maybe you guys got it all figured out. You're probably smarter than I am. So you're feeling great. Everything's great. There's days I struggle. And so I just wanted to let you know, these podcasts, the books I've been reading have been huge. The people I've been talking to, even if it's online. Just had a great conversation with the young girl loading my groceries. And she was asking me how my day was. I told her about the dentist. And she says, hey, there's some yogurt here. Maybe you want to have that. It's nice and soft. And just had a good smile. Even under the mask, I could see a good smile. And I asked her how her day was going. And she said it's been a little bit rough at times. It's already a long day for her. And so as she was walking by, I just thanked her for what she's doing. And I said, I hope people are appreciate what you're doing. I go, I appreciate you working and taking care of people like this, taking care of customers. And she goes, you know what? Recently, it's been a lot better. Recently, a lot of people have been more kind. And I said, oh my God, that's so great to hear, because here I am thinking the dark side, like people are all ticked off, the news and the media, and people are angry and people are fighting and all this chaos. But to hear her point of view for the customers she's been meeting with and seeing, it's been more positive. So there's a lot of good things coming, you guys. So the worrying that I'm doing, that some people are doing, isn't really a good investment at all, right? And so just keep hanging in there, all right? My mouth, the whole jaw is like still numb, And so I'm feeling like, I probably need to stop talking and get home. But worry is a misuse of emotion and energy and time and focus. And I just needed those things to kind of hit me in the face this morning to remind me of that. So I just wanted to share it with you guys. Okay? All right, I got to go. Hope I'm going to be unnumb later. Okay? Stephen, Matt, good seeing you guys. Thanks for chiming in. Love you guys. And we'll talk again later. Okay? See you.